Hey everybody, this is my quick lesson on 10.2, which is the area of triangles, and I believe you're going to be getting a form today to complete. Area of triangles is really easy to do. The other day you went through area of squares and rectangles, and I gave you the formula to find the area of a square or a rectangle, and that's base times height. Well, now you're going to take triangles and you're going to take that same formula but take it a step further, and you're going to divide it by 2. And the reason why you divide it by 2, and remember I'm not an art teacher here, but if you were to put two triangles together, notice here my triangle on the bottom of the sheet, if you put it together it looks like a rectangle. And so when we find the area of a triangle, we're going to take base times height, which would be that rectangle, but we're going to divide it by 2 since the triangle is half of that. So just like the other day with squares and rectangles, when we're finding area all the time, your label is going to be some kind of a unit, and then we square it because we're talking about finding how much space a two-dimensional shape can take up. So remember, area is when you're looking for square units. Again, those units could be centimeters, yards, miles, whatever. And those square units do not overlap one another, and they don't have any gaps in between them. So how many units, in this case inches, can fill up this triangle? How much space does it take up? So real quick to go through these formulas and these problems. Again, we're taking the base and the height divided by 2. And in my years of teaching, kids sometimes freak out where they say, well, I don't know what the base is and I don't know what the height is. And if you think about when you multiply, does it really matter the order of the numbers? If you had numbers like 2 and 4, it's true that 2 times 4 is 8 and 4 times 2 is 8. So it really doesn't matter the order in which you have these numbers when you multiply them. But the biggest thing that I've had kids get wrong on triangles is they always forget to divide it by 2. That's the biggest thing. So remember that when you do the first half of the formula, the multiplication, you got to finish it with the division of 2. So real quick, base times height divided by 2 for this triangle. I have 8 inches as a measurement, 10 inches as a measurement, base and height. So I know in my head that 8 times 10 is 80. And finishing out the problem, 80 divided by 2 would be 40. And my label again is inches, and just like it says here at the top of the sheet, we're looking for an exponent of 2. So the area of this particular triangle is 40 inches squared. So that's this triangle, and the nice thing about it is that it's also this triangle. So if you were to take 40 inches for this one and 40 inches for that one, and you could add them together, you'd get 80 inches for the entire rectangle, because 8 times 10 is 80 inches. But today we're just using triangles, so just stick to this formula that you see at the top here, but that just gives you a description of why we go divided by 2. Next triangle I got is a little bit different looking one, but again, order of the numbers when we multiply does not matter. Again, here's the formula, base times height divided by 2. So I know in my head 4 times 11 equals 44, and I don't want to forget to divide it by 2, so I'm going to put that into my formula, and 44 divided by 2 should be 22. And my label for this problem is yards, and since we're finding area, exponent of 2 is what I need. So the area of this particular triangle is 22 yards squared. And if you wanted to find the area of that one, it would also be 22 yards square as well. Last problem. Different looking triangle here, but the premise is still the same. We have a height here of 12 centimeters and a base of 16. So again, area is base times height divided by 2. So I'm going to take 16 times 12, and I know 6 times 2 is 12, so I drop the 2 and I lift the 1. 2 times 1 is 2, plus 1 is 32. Again, I'm an X person, so it looks like I have 16 times 1 here, and I know that's 16. So now I add them up. 2 plus 0 is 2, 3 plus 6 is 9, and I have a 1 there. Now remember, don't forget to divide by 2. I'm not done yet. So when I take 192 divided by 2, I know that 2 cannot go into 1, but I know 2 can go into 19, and I know it can go into 19 9 times, and 9 times 2 is 18. So I drop the 18 and subtract. So it looks like I got 1 and drop the 2, and 2 goes into 12 6 times. And to finish it out, I come to my stop sign of a 0 at the bottom. So here I have my label, centimeters. So here is my measurement, and the area of this particular triangle is 96 centimeters square. So that is all you're doing today for the objective of the lesson, is finding area of triangles. So again, as always, give me a shout through email if you need help on stuff. But put this, as far as formulas are concerned, into a place with your squares and rectangles formulas. If you calculate it out, you should be good to go. But give me some notification if you need some kind of help on anything, and hope you're having a good one. We'll talk to you later.